Hello everyone and welcome to another Verbling class. Tonight's class, conversation. We'll get started shortly. First I'd like to do an introduction with the students. Let's see, we've got Hellion. Hello Hellion.
Hello, how are you, Simon?
Very good, thanks. Where are you from?
I'm from Venezuela, but right now I'm living in the United States. I have 3 years living here.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Yeah, you'll notice I'm kind of looking funny, and there's a reason for that. So you spent 5 minutes with me. I'm trying to get my new computer oriented. Yesterday during class, my computer crashed, and I found out today that the fan failed, and that causes the computer to overheat, so it's in getting repaired. But I'm using another laptop, so I'm looking at the camera here, but all you guys are on the other monitor, so that's why it looks like I'm not looking at you guys when I am. And it's not a high-def camera, so the quality of the video is not as good. However, in 5 days or less, I'll have my other computer back, and we'll be back to normal high definition and me looking at you guys in the eyes. Okay? So again, sorry about that.
Okay.
Anna, hello.
Hi, Simon. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Were you here last night when my computer crashed?
I'm sorry. Yesterday I had to leave, but fortunately I could come back. Right?
That's okay. Yeah. Well, see, my computer crashed while you were gone, so now I'm using a spare. And actually, let me try something here. This might actually work better. Let's see, where's my cursor? And where's the bottom end of this here? Let me try this. Well, maybe this isn't so bad. I can work this way. There we go. It looks normal. All right. Perfect. Okay, so it's already 1 minute after. Even though the class is fully sold and we'll have more students arriving soon, you guys are on time and you shouldn't be penalized for that. So how conversation class works is you guys get to have a bit of a conversation. We start off with about a minute. Now, the first round of conversation, you will have a bit of a conversation with me. Your talk time will vary. You might have 30 seconds of talk time, 40 seconds, or 20 seconds. So I'd like to start with Anna because Anna has attended this class before, and then we'll go to Hellion. Are you ready, Anna?
Maybe. Let's see.
Do you know what you want to talk about today?
Well, no.
Okay, well,
what about the... let me see. Elephants in Africa.
I love elephants. Why do you want to talk about elephants?
Because they've been disappearing. They are endangered. And they've been decreasing.
UFOs?
Excuse me?
Have UFOs been abducting elephants, or is it something a little bit more sinister?
I didn't quite see. What did you say, teacher? I'm sorry.
Why are the elephants disappearing?
Because people have been poaching them to pick their ivory, and also because people have been invading their space, and so there are attacks in towns and villages.
I know, and it's terrible.
And then people kill them.
I know, and you know what? Maybe, Anna, when we go to the second round, we'll have more time to talk about this, because I think it's a terrible, terrible thing. Thank you, Anna.
I agree. I love elephants.
Okay. So you heard that chime sound. What that means is your talk time is up, and so if you can kindly wind it down, then we'll go on to the next student. So Amp, hello Amp. We've got a minute for a little conversation and introduction. How was your day?
My day pretty good, thank you. What about you?
My day was crazy, but if I talk about my day, you won't have any time to talk. So tell me more about
Oh,
your day.
well, my day is not so nice today, but better was the day that I went to the mass with the Pope. That it was exciting on Monday,
Oh wow.
and yes, the day just start for us at 2 a.m. Then we're moving to in a bus to the place that the mass was taking place,
Hmm.
and at around 4 a.m. And we stayed there until around 3 p.m. in the afternoon. It was a sunny day. We were waiting for a while, well, many hours until we just saw the airplane just landing in our city. And then it was exciting when we saw the Pope arriving in the car.
Terrific. You know what? When we get to the conversation, I want to hear more about that because it's not every day you get to meet somebody so prominent in the world. Thank you, Amp.
Okay.
All right, Raphael, we got a minute, so I'm curious, how was your day as well, sir?
Hello, son. Hello, everybody. Well, my day wasn't very normal day. I haven't done anything special. Just study a little bit, and I'm having some days off for my work, and I'm just trying to organize my schedule and resolve some issues, some particular issues.
Yeah, I can understand that. You remember last night when my computer crashed?
Actually, my connection was falling down last night. I couldn't be at the whole class,
You couldn't maintain a
so
connection.
yeah, yeah,
It kept dropping.
important connection dropping.
Yeah. Well, as you can tell, I don't have the same clear image as before because I'm using a spare laptop that's a few years older, so it's getting repaired. But it's a good news story. If anybody asks me later in round two, I'll tell you what happened. Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Raphael. And a new gentleman to the class, Helyen, who's currently living in the United States. Um, my name is Simon Yates. By the way, I'm the teacher for this class, as you probably guess. Tell us a bit about yourself, Helyen.
Well, I worked in the banking industry. I
Mm-hmm.
have about 14 years working in different areas into the banking, but I have specialized in the research areas for investigations or review the different transactional patterns in the banking in the banking system.
Very nice. I used to work in the banking industry myself.
Oh, great! And how you move into teaching English?
Well, believe it or not, teaching English is not my main career. I do this because I enjoy it. I really do. Ask Raphael and Amp. I don't come here for the money. But because we live in a strange world where you never know one day if you're going to have a job or not, if I do get fired from my regular job, I could do this full time and not have to worry about providing for my family. Well,
That's
I forgot to set the timer, so I think we've gone about a minute though. But Hellion, what we're going to do is once I've finished having a little conversation with Carolina, we'll do this again, round two, and it will be a little different. So thank you for coming to my class tonight.
okay.
Hi, Carolina.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Where are you from?
I am from Colombia. I live in Bogota, the capital
Did you say
city.
Bogota?
Bogota. Yeah.
Excellent. And is this your first time in Verbling, or is it just your first time in my class?
No, today is my first time in Berlin. Yeah.
Oh, welcome.
And yeah, and also it's my first time in your class. So
Well, my classes are all about conversation for advanced students.
okay, that's
This
good.
class is just about finding things to talk about. Imagine you're at the office or at school or with friends. We don't have to talk about anything serious, or we can talk about elephants disappearing in Africa. Whatever you like.
Okay,
Okay?
it sounds great. Thank you.
Terrific. And when you hear the chime sounds like this,
Yeah.
What that means is that it's my polite way of letting everybody know your time is up and to quietly end your conversation, and then we go on to the next student. So I respect your time, and while I hate to box it, this is the best way to give everybody a fair amount of time.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Great, excellent. Well, now we're ready for round 2.
Okay.
This is where you guys get to vote. I think it would be good to start off with 3 minutes. What I'm going to do is pair you up. So we'll start with Amp and Anna. You guys will have a conversation together. Now we're all adults here, so knowing that you have 3 minutes, try to be cognizant. Cognizant is a big word. To think. Be mindful that you don't take more than about a minute and a half. If the other student spends most of the time talking, politely interrupt. If the other student doesn't want to talk much, ask more questions. So Anna, I know, wants to talk about elephants. So it might be good for Amp to engage Anna in a short conversation on elephants before Anna will ask Amp, well, what would you like to talk about, or what's on your mind, or how do you feel about this subject? Okay, guys? So what do you think? Does 3 minutes sound good, or would you like to do 4 minutes? In the group chat, the little blue icon, type 3 or 4, and I'll set my timer to 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, I see 1 vote for each. Raphael, okay, Helia, 3 minutes. Carolina, 3 or 4 minutes?
3?
Yeah. And Raphael, 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, so 3 it is then. Everybody has spoken. So I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. We've got 3 minutes. When you hear the chimes, time is up. I reserve the right to interrupt. And who knows why I might interrupt, but are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, go ahead, please.
Okay. Anna, you were talking about elephants. What is
Yes.
it about?
I have read an article about the endangered species, and I realized that the amount of elephants have been declining, have been um, decreasing in Africa because of poaching, and people wanna get their ivory, and also they've been invading their space, and then as a consequence the elephants attack people and people kill them.
Yeah, but I think that is because just people are invading the environment. It's just they try to defend themselves, but it's how they are going to react if they feel that the men are just threatening them, try to take the task just for the to
Yes,
sell them. And yes, it's something that is happening for a while. So
yes, and then
now,
we could wonder it if it has something to do with us, but it does because all animals in on the earth surface it has something to do with the humankind, you know. If we destroy the nature, the
yes,
world can be doomed, no matter if it is happening in Africa or Asia.
yes. I think that every single animal have a part in our change of feeding change. So if they are here on the earth, it's because they have something to do, and if we just change that, we are get suffer the consequences at the end. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. And how are the laws in your country?
The laws, well, we don't have a elephant here. It's not part of our
I meant about the animals and hunting, because here in Brazil it's
Yeah,
considered a heinous crime. However, uh, there are not enough people to fiscalize
yes,
them.
there are yes some animals that are endangered, like the condor. That is one of the species that they represent our country. Even if he is in our batch, I cannot say.
Thank you, guys. So, I think, Anna, you said at one point, where is it here? No, face of the earth, or something similar to that. Let me just hear you say, yeah, if you could say that for me, please.
I said on the earth's surface.
Surface, or the earth's surface. Let me hear you say that again, please.
Okay, sorry. On the earth, uh, on the earth surface.
Okay, so we have an apostrophe, earth's surface.
It's difficult. Earth's surface.
Yeah, and if it sounds weird, it is for me too. It's just earth. It doesn't
Teacher,
feel
it's
right.
difficult.
It is for me too. It doesn't sound right, but I'm used to English by now.
Okay, I will try again.
Okay.
Earth's surface.
Good. Now, I want you to focus, Hannah. Remember, when you're speaking, speak slower. You'll get better control.
Okay.
And then when you pause, like this, you can be thinking in your head, oh, what's that word? But what people hear is calm and pauses. All right?
Okay. Earth's surface.
Good. Excellent. All right, we're ready for our next two students, Carolina and Hellion.
Okay.
So let me reset my timer. All right,
Okay.
go ahead, guys.
Hi, Helen. How are you?
Hi, Carolina. How are you?
Good, thank you. As you say before, you are working in a banking company, something like that?
Yes, I work in the compliance department.
Okay. I heard that at the moment Venezuela suffers a lot of, how can I say, conflict,
Wow. Yeah.
and many people was fired. It is happening in your company.
No, not in my company because I'm living right now in the United States, but
Okay.
but definitely Venezuela has been for the last 10 years involved in a constant conflict in different fields, in the economics, in the politics, in the social interaction between. I don't want to say like between two different like races or kind of people, but the politics has taken the life and the soul of the Venezuelans, and the country is divided right now in just for the politics. It's very, very, very polarized to different conflicts in the different areas or environments of the a daily basis. In there, some families has been.
Sorry, let me interrupt. Carolina, I've accidentally muted you. I was typing and somehow it caused me to mute you. So feel free to unmute yourself. That was not intentional. Carolina, can you hear me? All right, let's see this. This is strange. Show and broadcast. I don't know what's going on. It won't let me. Tell you what, Carolina, leave the session and come back in. That should be okay. Then it should work. Let me just pause the time for. Oh, we only got 10 seconds left. So, but yeah, exit and then come back in. I miss my old computer. All right, so Raphael, I guess you're just going to have a conversation with yourself.
Okay. Hi, Raphael.
I'm you can speak to me if you like.
Okay.
All right. So Carolina, it's good to have you back. You look good again. You only lost 10 seconds, so let me just summarize for both of you. I heard a couple of things. Now, when we do introductions and somebody says, "How are you?" it's always good to say something like, "I'm fine, thanks." Even if you aren't necessarily. Say, "I'm fine, thanks." Pause. And how are you? Okay? It flows better. If somebody says, "How are you?" and you say, "How are you?" back, it's awkward. Okay? A couple of things when talking about things, so you talked about things that were maybe racially motivated or politically motivated. Perhaps part of the country was divided along economic lines or political lines. Okay, so motivated, racially motivated, politically motivated, economically motivated, or divided along political lines, economic lines, for example, right?
Okay.
Okay. Excellent. So Raphael, you have 3 minutes, and I'll start the timer now. Go ahead, please. Oh, Raphael said 1 minute. So I guess Raphael's not there. So instead of waiting a minute, I'm going to go to Amp and Anna. So ladies, you have 3 minutes again. So again, as we go into the next round, don't go too fast. Take it easy, relax. Now, Anna, you've picked a very serious subject, and that's okay if you want to do that. But I also recommend maybe trying something a little more lighthearted, a conversation you might have in a coffee shop or with friends at a birthday party, a social event. All right, guys? So here we go. 3 minutes starting now. Amp and Anna?
Thank you, teacher. Hi, MP.
Hello.
Okay. So, what have you been up to? What are the news?
Today,
Today, yes.
well, in the morning I went to the energy company because yesterday we received a bill that it was exaggerated. Generally, we pay just around $50. And yesterday we received a bill with $234. I said, what? And so I went to the company with my dad. Yeah.
I see. I imagine that you were concerned about it. You know, I was trying to pick up a lighter topic. However, we have to talk about the environment again, because it seems that the electricity bills all over the world are going up because of the
Yes.
because of global warming, you know.
Yes, it was a mistake. The guy that just read the I don't know how to say the this the device that read the consumption. Yeah, he just read in bad way, and that is why. But when we arrived to the company, they have already reveal. They sent another bill, and it was right. I just take a picture of the device, and they said that it's okay. And finally, it was just $35.
Okay, so I'm glad that you have solved your problem. In this case, it wasn't because of global warming.
Yeah,
Because
no,
of
it
global
was a
warming.
mistake. Yeah, it was a mistake.
Okay, glad to hear. that you
Unfortunately,
solved it. You must
just
be relieved now.
yeah, just I just waste around 2 hours waiting for the the attention at the company. That is the yeah
Yes, I know. It's bummer, but at least it was worth it,
yeah
right?
at least they change and they recognize the mistake, and that is good. Just well,
Yes,
a waste of time,
yes.
but with the good results. What about
No,
you?
it's
Did you go
uh
to work?
no, because I made a mistake at the gym. I put a lot of dumbbells in a bar and I lift a
Time,
very heavy.
time. And now I do want to hear the rest of that story that Anna's about to tell, but we're going to have to wait for the next round. All right, so Raphael's back with us, so we're going to have Raphael's turn now. Raphael, you've got 3 minutes. Go ahead, sir.
With who?
Let's go with me since we'll keep it fair.
Okay. Hello, Simon.
Hi, Raphael. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Well, I'm relaxed now. I can feel I can relax.
Uh, that's fine. I'm glad to hear. I think you deserve it.
Thank you. And how is your day?
Well, I'm also relaxed though. I just take a little rest and resolve some issues from my job and some things I had to resolve I couldn't have before.
Well, I'm glad to have you here. I think that 7 o'clock time is better for you, isn't it?
Yes, it feels better. It's because I can seize my day, I can enjoy my activities, and it's better to manage my time. I have to confess, I'm not good managing my time.
It's not easy. I'm great with managing time. I have to be on time for classes. But I got married. I had a baby. The
Oh my
baby keeps
God.
changing, so you're constantly managing and shifting your time.
Okay, so I think you are in a situation worse than my situation because I'm single and I have no babies. But even though I
Oh,
had to deal with this, some other issues and other issues.
do you have any friends with young children?
Yes, actually, almost all of my friends have young children. I'm kind of feeling isolated because I have no children. And when they have reunions and they talk about their family issues, but I have nothing to talk about because I have no family to say.
You have to understand it's not you that's isolated. They are isolated, and they've isolated themselves. The few times where
Yes,
they go out, yeah. I mean, you,
yes, I haven't seen anything like that. It's
yeah,
another
no,
perspective.
it is. You've got the time. They don't.
You're right. You're right.
Look how tired my eyes are.
Oh my God. It's kind of like I don't want it to myself.
Well, someday I'm sure you'll find the right girl. You'll settle down and you'll have a family. But you know, don't rush it because it starts to go by very quickly. You suffer from sleep deprivation, and you wonder how you got so old so quickly.
I know I have that example to aware myself.
Yeah, so it's okay to focus on work right now and try to find some free time. Talk about
Okay.
timing.
Yes.
All right, well, Raphael, good job. I think you managed the flow quite well. And again, Anna and Amp, you did a great job last time too. There was nothing really to comment on. I like, Anna, how you're slowing things down and getting your thoughts. You're making fewer mistakes. So the next pair to speak will be Carolina and Hellion. Now,
Okay.
pick a good subject, guys, because when we go back to Anna and Amp, I'm going to ask them to continue the conversation. So whatever you guys start with, they have to continue. And then me and Raphael will have to continue. Okay? So, you can make this fun if you want. If you guys want to make up stuff, That's okay. You guys decide how you want this conversation to be, okay? So let me reset the timer. And look at this, we've got 30 minutes left. We've got plenty of time to enjoy. All right, so yep, Carolina and Anna. So here we go.
Okay.
Start now, please.
Okay. Let's talk about the things that scare people.
About what? Sorry.
Scare or what? Or fear.
Okay. Oh, great. But
Like
what?
ghosts or house haunted or something like that. Do you have any experience of a strange situation?
Well, a month ago, I was in New Orleans. It's called like the haunted town in the United States, or the haunted city in the United States, and it was a really good experience. I took the haunted tour at night.
Uh-huh.
We went to different places. We visited the Nicolas Cage home, where
Wow.
he had been able to sleep since he bought, because the house is haunted, and we visit different places with wonderful and amazing stories about the ghosts or vampires or some voodoo
But
queen.
but do you feel ghosts or scared or something like that?
No, I don't. I didn't feel anything of that.
No.
That was right. But what about the ghost stories in Colombia? Because I think you have a good stories there.
Yeah, but in this moment, I remember that a woman who cried a lot because they someone took his child, and she's walking around the town crying and crying and asking, "What is my child? What is my child?" Yes, I remember that history. In
Uh,
Venezuela is similar that history? That story, sorry.
well, Venezuela, we have a lot of stories about ghosts or haunted house or some ghosts, but the most common is the one about the lady that killed her son, and then she is uh, like running around different towns and cities, just crying, looking for her son.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most common. And then another one about a tall guy that is squeezing. I think it's squeezing in different places at night.
I have a
Okay.
real story. Okay.
All right, good. Now, Hellion, good idea, good topic, but you did take a bit more of the talking time, so always be mindful of that, right? If we had an hour to talk with two people, then yes, it wouldn't really matter. It would balance out. But this is an interesting topic that you've started us off on. What scares you? Haunted houses,
Okay.
that kind of stuff, scary stuff. I just want to hear you say a few words for me, Hellion. Sleep,
Sleep,
visited,
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 haunted.
hunted.
Okay, good. All right, Anna and Am. Let's see if you can keep the conversation going. What scares you?
Okay. Um. So, Happy, would you like to take the floor?
Me? Well, what scared me? The mice. I cannot see a mice. Immediately I have a goosebumps. And yes, I just think that they can just touch my skin, and that's why I get scared. Yeah, it's disgusting. What
I
about
I
you?
don't I don't like mice either, but cockroaches are worse worse than mice, in my opinion. I feel terrified. Started if I saw a cockroach. I'm not able to kill myself. I have to ask someone. You know. My gosh, eaten
Yeah,
creature.
they're a great
I
source of
no,
protein.
don't tell me something like that. I I also get guns bumps and chill down my spine. My gosh.
But you are scared because they fly or
Yeah,
why?
because they
Wait,
fly, because they are
they fly?
awful. They fly, they can fly.
Oh,
They are awful. They are not scared of you. And and I read once that they are very resistant and they can survive an entire week without their head.
well, they're not very smart then.
My gosh, it's a terrible insect.
No, I don't have it. Well, the cockroach don't scare me because, well, I said, well, I can't just hit them, and but with the mice, no, it's not possible to be close. I remember
I,
when I saw one of them, and I just screamed so loud that my neighbor thought that someone was attacking me. And he said, "What happened?" I said, "No, it's just a mice." And yes, but it's just
I
it's my reaction.
you
I
know,
can't control.
I'd rather see a mouse than a cockroach. I freeze if I see one. And in your childhood, were you scared of what?
Another thing that
I'm
scared me.
so
Well, you don't have to
What?
stop. I'm just letting you know you got about 10 seconds left. You don't have to stop talking right away.
Yeah, it's just like trying to see the screen. How many
Now
seconds?
time is up. All right, so we went from scaredy goats and goblins to eating cockroaches and scary insects and mice. Personally, I like mice. I think they're adorable. Just they carry diseases, so that's not good. Puke, yes. Well, that's we won't get into that. I'm going to try to keep it nice. So excellent, Anna and Amp. Now it's back to Raphael and Simon. So Raphael, of course, I'll let you lead off. Oh, let me start the timer, or I'll be cheating. Raphael, let's continue the subject of very scary stuff.
Well, I don't think women find cockroaches. They're not afraid of cockroaches. They just find it disgusting. There's a huge discussion about that here where I live because I don't know. They not only cockroaches but also mice and other small animals like spiders or lizards. I don't know. And I don't know. I don't have anything against them. They're all animals trying to survive. If we
Yeah,
look
but
at that way, what?
what scares you, though? We all want to know what scares you.
Well, what scares me? Hmm. Well, I don't want to enter this subject, but at least here I'm not afraid of violence. But the animals, unfortunately, the animals who might harm ourselves here, they're human beings, and not only talk about the animals. Uh, what scares me? What can I say? I don't know. I'm a little afraid of dying without do everything I wanted to do. I have to do. I would like to do everything before I die. I don't know. I don't know how to die before my expected. I don't
Raphael's
have
not
any.
giving me any talk time.
Sorry?
I said Raphael's not giving me any talk time.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. And what scares you?
Thank you. Conversation.
Okay, sorry.
Oh. I don't want to scare anybody here. There's only 20 minutes left in the class. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, this terrifies the living daylights out of me. It can really, really change your life too, if you ever encounter a bad situation. But taxes.
Me too.
If you ever get a letter or an email from an auditor and they want to audit you, oh, that's the worst of all. Because you know, no matter how fair you've been, they're going to want more.
Yes. They're like cannibals.
Oh, yeah, cannibals that eat cockroaches, that is.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, you guys hearing that ting, 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 ting sound?
No.
Google's being very rude. It says this app is using a feature that is new. Upgrade now, upgrade now, upgrade now. That's so rude. Yeah, so I can only hear it. All right, well, we're back to Helia and Caroline. So we're talking about scary stuff, and somehow that's morphed into I'm not scared of anything, Raphael, and me being terrified of taxes. Take it away, guys. 3 minutes.
Go ahead, Carolina.
Okay. I really hate spiders and snakes. I don't like see that kind of animals. When I was younger, I went with my family to isolated place, and I see a big snake, and he moved really fast. He moved really fast, and he tried to bite us, to bite, and it was really a bad experience for me.
Okay. When I was young, I used to have like a pet, some snake. So it's not my big scare, but I'm really scared about illness like Ebola. It made me really, really worry because it's something that I can control. I can keep away of this. It's something that could happen, and that's it. Also, well, like a year ago, I read an article about the United States. The government have some plans to act or to yes to protect the country. Is any zombies can appear in the country? I don't know, is that true? But I read in CNN, so I think it's something serious. But it's one of the contingency the country have, and if it could happen, it made me scared too. The zombies.
Wow. Wow. Mm,
1 minute left, guys.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt. I'm going to use my leverage as a teacher to interrupt. Have all of you guys heard about the debate in the Canadian House of Parliament over a zombie apocalypse plan?
Say again. Sorry.
The zombie apocalypse.
Uh-huh.
There was a debate in the Canadian Houses of Parliament over what to do if there was a zombie apocalypse.
Yes, I was wondering like it could be true, but well, the article said that it's possible. Some medicines that can turn the mind of the individuals.
So the question is, and Carolina, maybe you can answer this, do you believe that the Canadian government actually had a debate about how to respond to zombies?
Yeah, I can't believe that.
Okay, Carolina this time.
I don't know. I can't believe that because I think the government, the Canada government, has have a more serious situation for be worried, no?
Okay. Emma, do you think there was ever a zombie apocalypse debate in the Canadian Houses of Parliament?
Yes, sure, they have to inform people that you cannot allow them to bite you.
Okay.
Otherwise, you will turn into a zombie. No, teacher, I cannot believe in it. I'm just kidding.
All right. No, and that's rational.
It is preposterous. It is
Okay. What about you, Am? True story or false?
false.
I think it might be false. You cannot waste time just talking about this topic when you have a lot of troubles to solve in your country. So there are more important things to do instead of talking about.
It's not like we're Greece. We don't have big problems like that.
Yeah, but I know that but you have also immigration. You also have is a big space, but you have a few new generation, and you try to have increase your population with the immigrants. But there are some issues that you have to solve, like health problems, for example. It's always a problems in everywhere.
All right. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to show you guys something. If I can get. I'm really getting. I was almost going to swear there. Google is annoying me. They keep popping up messages. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, so Google won't let me do this. They're telling me I have to restart, and I'm not going to do that. All right, so let's go back to the main screen. All right, guys, here's a link. It lasts a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a separate screen. Not sure if all of you can play it or not. And I'm going to share it out.
The honorable member for Winnipeg Centre, Mr. Speaker.
I'm having troubles, guys. Google is being annoying. I can't get the screen back. Sorry, bear with me. I really hate Google. They're annoying. It's like it keeps going up. Are you sure? 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 For the last 15 minutes. All right, let's try again. There we go. Hey, can you guys see that?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to unplug it right from my computer. And here we go.
The honorable member for Winnipeg Centre. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to salute the Centre for Disease Control in Atlanta and the province of Quebec for putting in place emergency measures to deal with the possibility of an invasion of zombies. Now, I don't need to tell you, Mr. Speaker, that zombies don't recognize borders, and that a zombie invasion in the United States could easily turn into a continent-wide pandemic if it's not contained. So on behalf of concerned Canadians everywhere, Mr. Speaker, I want to ask the Minister of Foreign Affairs, is he working with his American counterparts to develop an international zombie strategy so that a zombie invasion does not turn into a zombie apocalypse?
Honourable Minister of Foreign Affairs. Mr. Speaker, I want to assure this member and all Canadians that I am dedicated to ensuring that this never happens. I want to say categorically to this member and through him to all Canadians that under the leadership of this Prime Minister, Canada will never become a safe haven for zombies ever.
Okay, guys. Anna, you didn't think it was possible.
No, teacher. I was just trying to be funny when I said that is a serious subject because people must know how to prevent them from zombies
Well,
bites. But he's using a metaphor. He's not talking about zombies at all.
no, he is.
No, teacher, I don't think so.
Yes. Did you guys all, if you read it, what happened, there was a report by the CDC in Winnipeg talking about preparations of a zombie apocalypse, and it got out, and they made a debate over it, but they made fun of it, but it was based on an actual report. So when it came out a few years ago, everybody laughed about it. I don't know if Raphael, you heard about it, because I did it in a class about a year ago.
I think I remember when you showed it in that class.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's TV.
All right.
I watch some TV.
So there you go. Maybe we can talk about what scares you in a zombie apocalypse, and we're back over to Carolina.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So 3 minutes, guys. Actually, let's make it 2 minutes, let's make it 2 minutes this time. Go ahead, please.
Go ahead, Carolina.
Hello. If you want, you can start.
Okay.
Are we okay, guys?
Okay. Well, I don't know. Did you remember that 2 years ago here in Miami, some guy that was in a disco and he used some bath salt, and after the disco he go out and start to buy and eating a homeless. I think that's one of the most near situations to a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, that's nasty. What do you think, Carolina?
Wow. Really?
Zombies aren't supposed to be real. Tell them, Carolina. Tell them that it can't be real.
Okay, it could be real.
Carolina, we got to get you to talk more. Come on, tell us more. Why do you like zombies or hate zombies? What have they ever done to you?
Here in Bogota, we have a big parade for zombies. It is happened on October 31, the Halloween day, and a lot of people costume or dress up as zombie wear, and they use a lot of paint on his face, and they used to do performance about zombies. That is the most unreal situation about zombies here in my country.
Okay, good, excellent, thank you. And by the way, guys, just before we get to the end of class, I want to let you know that tomorrow's class at the same time, I've got a good 7 seats left. I call it a game class, but that's the one where we do 20 questions, and I pick something like a house or a car, and we have to guess the price, practicing large numbers. So if you can make it tomorrow, go ahead and reserve a spot. I don't know, this time tomorrow it could be sold out, it usually is, or there might be 1 or 2 available, but I can't guarantee it. All right, so thank you very much, Carolina, for that. Now back to Anna and Amp. Again, on the topic of zombies. Maybe you want to debate whether that was a real video or not, or whether zombies could potentially be real, or zombies could occur based on some sort of viral outbreak.
Okay, and
Tell me.
I heard once in a documentary that somewhere in Africa they have a toxin, like a poison, and they extract it from a fish. It's the same fish that is famous in Japan, and people insisting on eating this fish, you know. But in Japan they take the poison away. In Africa they give the poison to someone, and the person is almost dead. And then when the person comes back to life, they enslave those persons, and they are kind of zombies, you know. When they recover the coma.
But who was under this experiment? Who wants to participate in this? It's like A secret?
No,
No.
no, it wasn't a experiment. It wasn't a trial. Uh, People there are considered wizards, and they do it on purpose, and it's a firm belief there.
About that, what happened if the poison just injured you and your health, and yeah, you are unable to get back to life again? What is going to happen?
People are put into a coma. They cannot move their muscles, and they become half conscious, and
Yes.
then they are likely to obey their masters.
Well,
They
but it's
wizards. Do you believe in
I
it?
it's too risky. I think I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, why would anybody do anything to risk their health? No one ever does that. We're all rational people, right?
Evil people do it to someone else.
Yes,
They are
Maybe.
in Africa.
But time is up, and it's now on to Raphael. Raphael, you've got 2 glorious minutes to speak about zombies and the upcoming zombie apocalypse.
Great subject, huh?
I think it's terrific. What a great way to end the class.
It's awesome. Would you like to be a zombie?
Well, I mean, you know what? Some days I already am. I don't get much sleep. I go to work exhausted, and sometimes I kind of look like this in the morning.
Oh, well
I'll
thought.
kind of get to work, turn on the screen, and just stare at it for 2 hours.
Perhaps zombies don't have to pay taxes.
Yeah, that's because I'm not a full-time zombie. You know,
Maybe
you
we
might be able-
maybe we can turn out in a zombie just for our daily job, just for 9 to 7.
You know what I'm thinking, Raphael?
What?
If I could become a zombie full-time, then I probably wouldn't have to pay taxes. In fact, I would get benefits from the government.
Yes, maybe. Because since we are no longer alive, you don't have to share of the same duties for the
Yeah, but I'm not
alive
dead.
person.
Remember, we're the undead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Quite interesting.
Yeah, and I'd probably have to live in Canada the rest of my life because it's the only country that recognizes a zombie apocalypse or has a plan for beating zombies.
Yeah, maybe.
What about Brazil?
I mean-
Is Brazil a safe country for zombies?
I don't think so.
don't have
Brazil is
a
not
zombie-
safe for anyone. It's
No
not safe for anyone.
plan?
I don't think it would be a great idea to become a zombie here in Brazil. Consider the fact we are already treated like zombies by the government.
Well, I won't comment there because that involves me getting into the Brazilian political structure. And, well, I've known you for a long time, and we could probably joke about things. Others might take that as offensive, so I don't want to delve into something internal. I'll make fun of Canada and the U.S. Canada because I live here, and the U.S. because, well, they're the biggest country in the world, and everybody can make fun of them.
Everyone make fun of you, guys.
Yeah, when you're the biggest, the strongest, you're always going to be picked on. It's just, you have to accept it.
Exactly.
All right, well, look, we've got about 2 minutes left. I kind of liked how we used the last bit of the class to kind of joke around and have a bit of fun. We only had 6 students, so it allowed us more time. Oh, Anna's typing away like crazy here. He must be one. No, it is not offensive for us Brazilian people who don't care about it. Okay, well, still though, some might.
My husband, he must be a zombie.
Cute. Oh, who did we just lose? We lost Carolina. Now, guys, class is going to end in about a minute, but I need to upgrade my Google Hangout. Believe it or not, I started, and Helia can say this, I started class early I tried to test everything, set it up. Nope, Google decides to wait till I'm halfway through the class before it says, hey, you're out of date. And has been giving me that message continuously. Beep, beep, beep. And it's doing it again. Let me show you this too. You guys might think I'm crazy. Share out my desktop. See, it's right here, right there.
Oh my gosh.
And watch, if I click close, it doesn't close. It opens another window. Oh, now it's not doing it. But it keeps doing that, and it's just driving me nuts. So I'm going to do an upgrade. I'm wondering if one of you just wants to hang around and make sure it works, so that way I don't have the same problem tomorrow. But also, guys, thank you, Anna. Tomorrow's Thursday. I have one class tomorrow. Then on Friday, I think I just have one class, but it's earlier than this. But up until Tuesday, I have a class every day. And then you'll see a few days after Tuesday, I'm back again with lots more classes. I'm trying to do at least one a day now. How is my video? Does it look pretty bad, or is it acceptable?
No, it's
Acceptable.
Okay, good. Yeah, this is an older computer of mine, so it doesn't have an HD camera, but I'm glad. So I took this computer and the other one. So I'll tell you what happened. If you guys go if you have to. So I use Macs because I find that they last longer and they have fewer problems. And when you have to teach on time, you don't want it to take a lot of time. You want things to just work. So yesterday during class, the computer just went boom, crashed. I restarted really quickly, got back in, but I did a test and it said your fan has failed. And when you have a really small laptop, your fan is essential or the thing will just die. So I took it in. I got to get up close for this. And the Apple Store said, and I'm going to stop broadcasting now.